And then we get into the main event, Cannonier and Strickland. I like Cannonier a lot. Cannonier, he fights hard. He can strike from his feet. He gets the takedowns. He does heavy ground and pound. I like that. I dig that. I like guys who can fight anywhere. But he's not a super clean kickboxer. So it was frustrating of a fight for me to watch, for him not to attempt to take Strickland down at all. He didn't try to put him on the ground. He didn't try to clinch him in the cage. He was just trading with him. And it's not a terrible game plan necessarily, because Strickland's not a great, precise striker. He's not going to go and join Glory or K1 or something and do awesome against high-level strikers. That's why we see him get handled by Piera, because he's more of a brawling style stand-up, which can be effective if you know how to use it right. But against a really clean striker, the brawler usually is going to get beat. He just is. I don't know if Cannonier thought that he was so clean and smooth as a striker that he could be on that, Glory kickboxing level, that he thought, oh, I'll just do that. I'll do what Pierre did, knock him out. Could also have been that he's just like, oh, I'm powerful. I can punch hard. And we just watched Pierre and knock him out with one punch. So, he's one punched him. So maybe I'll one punch him. Maybe I can do the same thing. And, when I fought GSP, I had that in my mind, because 2 fights before that was like him losing to Sarah. If you convince yourself that somebody's chin's gone, you're going to try to shortcut it and just land that big punch. A lot of that fight was, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of strategy, when the only strategy that I can see between the fighters is, I'm just going to hit him hard. I'm going to hit him harder than he hits me. And that's it. Like, I mean, I want to see some high level skill and game planning. You guys have been training for maybe decades. I want to see the things you've been working on. I just don't want to see an in shape brawler fighting people. I'm glad Cannonier won. I'm glad Cannonier won, because if Strickland wins, what he just is a gatekeeper basically right now, because he got beat badly by the champ. So where did Strickland go from there? He's probably not getting a title shot. They're not going to give him a title shot after getting knocked out by the guy who's got the title now. So it moves the weight class along better, I think, for everybody, for the fans out there. For me, it moves things along better, so guys can we'll get to see more of a mix up in that weight class. We'll get to see more good fights with guys climbing the ladder. So Cannonier, who knows what will be next for him? Maybe he'll get that title shot. Who knows? It'd be interesting to see if he can fight Piera and be able to take Piera down. Maybe beat him up pretty bad on the ground, big elbows in the fence. It's possible. The other thing with Strickland is he seems, I don't know, he may be playing a shtick. It might just be a gimmick, but he kind of seems like a dick, right? He kind of seems like a dick, because he keeps posting videos of him knocking guys out in training. That's tasteless, in my opinion, because it's not like he's putting up, I've never heard of the guys he's sparring with. Have they ever named any of the guys he's sparring with? Are they like amateurs? Are they pros? Are they any good? Or is he just out here giving concussions to like the gym bums? That it's pretty gross. It could all be made up also. Like it could just be faked anyways, maybe the guy's just pretending to get knocked out or whatever, so they can put a video out that gets eyeballs on it. Who knows? And nothing on the internet seems real. So who knows if those knockouts are even like legitimate real knockouts. But he seems like he's messing like being a real dick in training. Like I don't want that in my gym. If it happens on accident, it's fine. But if guys are like you're trying to knock out your training partners, you're trying to knock out your teammates, it's one thing to be trying to do a good job with your technique and everything. But you can tell when, especially this last one that I saw, the most recent one, that guy was done 30 seconds before he dropped him or whatever. The guy was way done. The coaches should not allow that sparring to have continued. Strickland wasn't getting any benefit out of it. And the guy he's beating up is just going to get hurt or gun shy, or his career is just going to be ruined. What's the point? What is the point of it? If he's bringing some online punk who's talking smack about how he sucks and can't hit hard or something like that, he's bringing that guy in. So I remember Koscheck years ago did that. It's happened a few times with other guys. That's fine. Okay. So some guy talked shit and you said, hey, you know what? You want to talk shit? Come in, sign the waiver. And the guy stepped up and did it. That's a different story. But if you're trying to knock out your teammates and videotape it so you can get some more likes on your social media, I'm just not feeling that, man. It seems very low value behavior. TJ is saying he thought he was going to KO Strickland. I think you're right. I think Cannonier really thought that he was going to be able to knock him out just throwing hands, throwing punches. I don't understand some of the ideology with these guys sometimes, man, because Cannonier could have forced clinch, beat him up in the fence, maybe taking him down to the ground even a little bit, beat him up on the ground a little bit, make him work, make him get a little bit tired, start getting him to think about the takedown. And then second round, start feinting the takedowns and then try to knock him out or wait till the third round. You had 5 rounds to do it. I feel like that's missing sometimes with a lot of these coaches and the people that fight the day. They don't game plan per round. Like, I'm going to fight this way for round 1. And we'll fight this way for round 2. And then once I get the momentum or whatever, I open up and do these other things. Like, I don't know if anybody ever really does that much, because you need to be training and sparring like that too. Sometimes, you get that first round, like, hey, we want a fast first round. We want this with this. And then you get through that first round. And then the second round, you're like, hey, now this round, focus on doing these things. And then you really put in the work to make it happen. TJ is saying Strickland's chin held up well. He ate several big right hands. Yeah. He's not chinny. He's not chinny. I think, yeah, Alex Pereira is just very good with that hook. He lands that hook very well, very hard. And he's a big guy, man. He's a big guy coming down to 185. He's got reach. Could be a lot of problems for a lot of people for a long time, but he's got that big chink in the armor with the takedown defense and grappling on the ground not being the best. TJ again saying, got Cannonier plus 110. Is that what you got for the Pereira fight? Tyler Durden's stupid name is saying Sean is a tough dude, but tough isn't good enough. You're right. It's not the tough man competitions. Tough man competitions will get you king of the tough men, but it's not what we're doing here. It's not MMA. That's a good point too. I don't know if I've seen that either. Tyler Durden's stupid name is saying, can Strickland grapple? I've never seen it. I'm not sure. I don't know what it looks like. I can't really think if I've seen him fight anybody who was a good grappler. I don't know. Interesting. DJ with the info saying Brendan Allen couldn't take him down. He's at least competent, fairly competent. Just being defensive doesn't necessarily make you good at it. He's hard to take down. Yeah. That's the word for it. TJ Strickland, ultimate gym warrior. This rubs me the wrong way, because you train with guys who are a little bit like that. Sometimes they go way too hard in training and sparring, and you're like you never fight. And then you never have fights coming up. And then you take days off, and then you'll take 3 days off and then come back on the 4th day and go hard like it's the goddamn Super Bowl. And it's like, the hell, man? Like, I'm tired and sore from all the other stuff I've been doing, and you're fresh. I am here saying that Sean Strickland isn't the brightest bulb in the box. Everything's fake online. So I'm not going to say that, because he's just playing a role, because unfortunately all the pro wrestling fans we got that have flooded into the sport and watching the sport, that's what they like. They like pro wrestling. So he's playing the pro wrestling shtick. That could be what he's doing. He might be a completely different person if you meet him. James Y saying Strickland shtick, yes, on his third Instagram. So he keeps getting kicked off of Instagram, but seems like a genuine dude if you look past the persona. Well, if the Instagram hates him, he might not be all that bad of a guy, because Instagram kind of hates me too, with the shadow bannings, censoring morons. If you have to censor people for their mean words, you're just kind of a really weak person. You're just weak. I'm sorry, man. It's gross. It's gross to me.